In this video, you'll learn how to connect your GoDaddy domain to Google Workspace. By the end, your domain will be verified with Google and ready for email. We'll walk through the process step by step so you can follow along in real time. Even if you're not very technical, don't worry. I'll explain what each step means and why it matters, so you're not just clicking buttons blindly. Before we jump in, it's helpful to understand what you're actually doing. In 2026, connecting a GoDaddy domain to Google Workspace is really a two-part process. First, you prove to Google that you own the domain. That's called verification, and you can think of it as a digital handshake between Google and your domain. Second, you tell the internet where to send your email by setting up something called MX records. In this script, we're focusing on that first part, the verification step, which is mandatory before your Workspace account is fully active. Let's start inside the Google Admin Console. This is the control center for your Google Workspace. Once you're signed in as an administrator, look for the section called Account, then go to Domains, and then Manage Domains. Here you'll see an option to verify your domain. Click on Verify Domain to begin the process. This is where Google generates a unique code that proves you control the domain you're trying to use. Next, you'll be asked to select your domain provider from a list. Choose GoDaddy. Since you bought or manage your domain there, this tells Google exactly where to send the verification changes. At this point, you usually have two options for how the verification happens, automatic or manual. The automatic method is recommended because it's faster and simpler. To use it, click the button that says something like Sign in to verify. A new GoDaddy window will open. Log into your GoDaddy account using your usual credentials, then confirm or click Connect. When you do this, you're giving Google permission to update the DNS records on your behalf. DNS records are just the settings that tell the internet how to find your domain and its services. With this automatic route, Google adds what it needs behind the scenes, and verification typically completes within a few moments. If the automatic pop-up doesn't work for any reason, you can switch to the manual method using a TXT record. In Google Admin, select TXT record as your verification method. You'll see a code that starts with something like Google Site Verification. Carefully copy this entire code. You'll paste it into GoDaddy in a moment. Now open GoDaddy in a new tab and sign in if you're not already. Go to My Products and find the domain you're connecting. Click on it, then look for DNS or Manage DNS. This is where all of your domain's technical records live. Click Add New Record. For the type, choose TXT. For the name, enter the @ symbol, which usually represents the root of your domain. In the value field, paste the Google verification code you copied earlier. Set the TTL, or time to live, to 1 hour. This controls how quickly the change spreads across the internet. Save that record, then return to the Google Admin Console and click Verify. Google will check your domain's DNS settings for that TXT record. Sometimes verification is almost instant, other times it can take a few minutes. Once it's successful, your domain is officially verified and your Google Workspace setup can continue to the email routing step.